It was yesterday, who cares?
So, Kristen, I want to get right into it. What's up with Veronica turning down Logan's marriage proposal?
Yeah,
I mean, serious.
Okay. Now it's when we turn on her. Okay. You know, Veronica, like anyone else, I think one of the things that maybe we didn't explore as much in the first 3 seasons was Veronica's commitment issues and her sort of inner turbulence, and I think that she's never had a good example of a marriage in her life, and she's right in that she always sees people break up and hurt each other, and it's hard for her to believe that something could be that perfect, and it's perfect now, so from her perspective, she doesn't want to ruin it. I mean, Rob can probably answer it better than I can.
I think there's something else though. If he would have hit the gym a little more, maybe. I don't know. Just a couple sit-ups here and there.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, Veronica, I think in one of her first videos in the episode said maybe the first line ever out of her mouth was, "I'm never getting married." I think.
Yeah, sure.
In the DVD version of the pilot, I mean, here's a character who has been taking pictures of people committing infidelity since the time she was 16 years old. How do you get past that and agree to get married yourself?
Right, how do you say to yourself, but mine'll work? It's hard. People are led by example, so it's difficult for her.
Jason Logan played it pretty cool. Like, you could tell he was upset, heartbroken. On a scale of 1 to 10, how devastated was he when she said no?
I don't know. I think to some degree he respects her and kind of maybe knew or knows that he has to be maybe even above her and him just for her. You know what I mean? I hope I know what I mean. But basically, just gotta let her cool, and then maybe hopefully work it out from there. You'll see in the second episode how it goes.
That's why he's the right partner, though, because he's like taking his time and he's saying, okay, you're not ready. Okay.
Yeah.
And boy, is he handsome, huh?
Well, speaking of which, you were already in pretty decent shape, Jason. When you found out that you were doing sort of the 007 emerging from the ocean in a skimpy bathing suit, did you go to the gym for an extra tune-up? Like, what was your sort of routine?
I don't know how to answer these questions.
Yes, you do, and you better be honest, because I saw it firsthand.
Tell the truth, Jay.
We all did. He showed everybody pictures of everything.
Yeah, Rob always seems to write this in, and Kristen got in fantastic shape for this role.
Don't change the subject. Yes, I did, but don't change the
Yeah, it was good. I don't know what to say. I'm going to give those little swim shorts to Percy Daggs, and I'm going to sign them, and he's going to give them away for charity, so it's going to be good.
Alzheimer's, auction, those shorts, coming to you.
That's not actually true. They're going straight into the Smithsonian.
Enrico, the first episode left us a little worried about Keith. How worried should we be as we head into these remaining 7 episodes?
I couldn't.
How worried should we be? How worried
Should we?
He's still in character.
Okay, very worried. You should always worry about your dad. Thanks for that, honey.
Do you think Keith at this point has made peace that Veronica's going to do this for a living?
No, he still has
not-
hope that she'll get the schmaltz back and get out. Kind of, because I don't want you to do this forever.
I do.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, sure.
Rob and Diana, how much fun do you have writing scenes between Veronica and Keith? Because they're some of my favorite in the series, especially this.
It is so comfortable. It is so easy to do. I don't get to spend much time on set. I'm usually in the writer's room or in editing. But I did get to show up for the first scene, the one that you saw here between Keith and Veronica in the office, where she comes in carrying the check, or she has the check and Keith comes in, and having rebuilt the Mars Investigations office to look exactly like it had, and then to watch Kristen and Rico perform that scene was about as happy as I've been in the last year. It was just comfortable, and those two are brilliant, and they take mediocre material and make it palatable. They take good material and make it great, and if you write something great, they just tear the roof off of it. It's really fantastic.
Kirby, you're the newbie in the bunch. Who among the cast has been the most welcoming, and who among the cast has been the least welcoming?
Good question. Okay. Hands down, Kristen has been the meanest to me. Honestly, everyone has welcomed me with open arms. I've said this before, but it felt like going to meet your boyfriend's parents. So or his whole family. Katie's my boyfriend. You heard it here first. And so it was like, I had this sort of warm, welcoming person who was bringing me into this family, and then everyone welcomed me with open arms. At the table read, it felt like there wasn't even that sort of moment of awkwardness. It just felt like everyone was like, great, we're all happy to be here, we're glad you're part of it. Let's get going.
Kristen, what was it like having a bestie on the show?
What?
What was it like having a BFF? It's not too much of a spoiler to say the two of you develop a bond.
We really have over the years.
You might as well not watch it now that Michael's given it away.
Sorry.
Me and Kurt? Well, first of all, I was beyond thrilled. We fell in mad love on that place. Yeah, she's very, very special, but then I was like, this will probably never happen again because she's on all the TV shows. And then Rob texted me, hey, what do you think about Kirby for the role of Nicole? And I was like, no, run, don't walk, because she's so spectacular in every scene, on camera, but especially off camera. I love her very much.
I love you, yeah.
Kristen?
I will say though that Wallace is Veronica's best friend, just to be clear. Wallace is Veronica.
Thank you, Diane.
No, I know Wallace is my best friend. And mine, also.
Respect, Kirby, respect.
Thank you for that segue, Diane. I wanted to ask Percy, in this first episode, Kristen is not a very good best friend to Wallace. She basically is on her phone the entire time at that dinner party. What is he getting out of this relationship?
It's kind of been the dynamic we've had over the years, but I think, the circumstances of her coming back, dealing with the issues that she has in her personal relationship, the bombing, the scale of what she's dealing with is, it's not just a murder, it's multiple murder situations, so I just see her doing her job. It's often like that. Sometimes you go to your friend's house and you're just so comfortable at their house, it's home, that you kick your feet up on the couch and you check Twitter and talk on Twitter and you have, conversations that way. So I don't
She doesn't deserve you, Wallace.
Right, she's really, really rude. We should do something about that. Oh, Veronica.
All right, I'll check my phone at your door, or whatever. No.
Put in the car, and then just come in and, watch the baby for a little bit.
Percy, is it fun seeing Wallace sort of settle down with a family?
It is nice. It is nice to see Wallace married, a father. You guys know the heart of Wallace throughout the series, so to see him be able to give that love to a family and be married to the actress Kenna Wright plays his wife very well is wonderful. I like to see that, and then seeing him as a teacher and giving back to kids. Teachers are underpaid, underappreciated a lot of the time. So to see him, you can still tell that he's one of the, if you know Wallace, you can tell he's one of those teachers that still gives his whole heart to his job. So you know, the job that he takes later on makes it a little more interesting and difficult for Veronica and that part. But yeah, really happy to see him be the family man that I would have expected him to be.
Hey, Ryan, as I was watching, the 8 episodes, and I have seen all 8 episodes, not to brag, but Ryan, all this shit that has happened to Dick, he doesn't seem fazed by anything. So many people on the show are damaged by the stuff that has happened on this show. But you are just like Teflon. It's like, big deal. My brother's a rapist. My dad is in jail. Why do you think that is?
Michael, thank you for your question. Like you said, you can't damage Dick. Dick is hard. Dick is Everybody loves Dick though, you know, and he likes to have a good time. Yeah, maybe, I think he's hiding some stuff. He's hiding, Dick is hiding deep down. It's
like autopilot.
Rob, Diane, is any of us ever going to take its toll on Dick? Are we ever going to see that sort of episode where Dick is just...
I believe you may have seen all of his depth.
That's it.
I don't know that there's much more to mine. But Ryan, I would like to hear your report from the Battle of Shiloh.
Is that the script?
How many Union dead are there at...
Talking about your beer.
It's a beer joke.
Oh, it's a beer joke.
It's history. We stopped talking about dicks and are now talking about history.
Like, pick a cooler battle or something. I don't know.
Gettysburg.
So Francis, I was talking to Rob last week. And I put a question to him that I don't know if it stumped him, but I don't know that I got a clear answer, but I'm going to put it to you now. Do you think Weevil is in love with Kristen secretly and has been for a long time? Or Veronica, I'm sorry. No, actually, first answer the Kristen part. No. Veronica.
Look, it's hard because early on in the show, I used to really try to distance myself from who Weevil is, and because I didn't want you guys to see Francis Capra, I wanted you to see this incredible character that I didn't really understand that Rob was crafting. But as time went on and we kept coming back, and there was some waiting periods, right, for us to come back. Each time, this show meant more and more and more to me. So I couldn't help but show some of the way I feel about Kristen and about us. And because I don't have a lot of interactions with my family in real life, which is them, on the show, it would all be injected into my scenes with her. So I think that comes across when we're together. Some of the way I feel about her in real life comes across. But absolutely, Weevil's in love with this woman. Do you realize how many times she's got him out of jail? In real life, that don't happen. First of all, nobody ever bailed me out. And then second, they never look like that. And they, you know what I mean? Come on, guys. Regardless, that's how I'm playing it. Rob seems to like me. Only Rob can change it.
I think it's safe to say that everyone is in love with both Veronica and Kristen.
Kristen, I was reading an interview you did online on a website called tvline.com.
I've heard of it.
Everybody's ever heard of it. But you were saying that you want to play Veronica until Veronica Mars' murder she wrote, essentially.
I'll play Veronica until everyone in Neptune is dead. Prove it, you know?
Rob, are you up for the task?
Yeah, but I'm afraid I will be dead before.
I'll stay alive.
Before we break for a couple audience questions, Kristen, talk to me about this special on and off-screen relationship you have with a certain co-star, character Pony. Yeah, come on, talk to us.
You guys. There's a new member of the cast who's not here because his schedule is like, it's very hard to nail down. And he's like a little bit aloof. His name is Rocco. He is cast in the part of Pony because, is it Logan or Keith who finally got Veronica Pony?
Logan.
He's the most wonderful dog I've ever met. He very quickly became my best friend, and then as a wrap gift, he got me a pillow of his face so that I could snuggle him forever. And then even our PAs got me socks with pictures printed on them of me, because while we were shooting, every scene while we were setting up was just me and Rocco in the corner like this. And now I have socks with all those pictures on it.
I pitched him for every scene, no matter what the scene was. I said, so Pony and like Diane stuff.
He's the best.
We're gonna take a couple audience questions. We're very short on time, so my plea to you is to keep it short and concise. Questions.
And also questions. That starts with like, who, what, where, when,
Yes.
why.
Thank you,
Things
Kristen.
like that.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Okay, right back here. Yep, go ahead.
Hey everyone, my name is Charles, and my question is for Ryan Hansen.
I'll be playing Ryan Hansen.
Ryan, we're going to see you use any of your new detective skills that you learned from your YouTube original, Ryan Hansen.
Oh, what a guy! What show was that?
Ryan Hansen's
Prime Time Television, that's right. Will I be using any of my detective skills in Veronica Mars? Absolutely not. Thanks, Chuck.
Next question.
Real quick, happy 71st birthday, Kristen.
Yeah.
You don't look a day over 68. That was cussing great. Thank you, guys. Shout out to us. Anyhow, real quick, Rob, when you were writing, or whomever wants to answer, were you surprised where the characters had ended up from the film to the new season?
I wasn't surprised. In fact, they landed exactly where I thought they would. Now, the rest of you might have been surprised. No, wait, it was right there. Oh, look at this outfit.
Yeah, you see that?
Yes! Oh my God!
Perfect. It's amazing.
Hi, my question is for Kristen. Even if Veronica is not ready to be married yet, hypothetically, given the choice between Duncan, Leo, and Piz, date, marry, kill.
Choice. He's out of it. Okay, help me.
But the characters are the actors. Totally different.
Characters.
Okay.
Character.
Yeah, no, that's correct. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fuck Leo. Marry Piz, kill Duncan.
He took up dog fighting, so you really can't blame her.
That's right.
Next question.
Hi, my name is Erin. I have a question for Kristen. I read an interview where you said you wanted to bring Veronica back for your young daughters, 4 and 6. Thank you for bringing her back for my young son, also, who's 3. My question for you is how, if at all, your new role as a mother has influenced the work you do creating Veronica.
I've never hidden, look, practically, behind the scenes information, I've never hidden that this show is a beast to shoot. It's really hard. It's really long hours. It's really intense. I was hesitant to do that with 2 young kids, and I had to make the decision of, am I gonna miss 6 months of bedtimes to put this girl back into the world? Because everybody else wanted to, and it was a hard decision at first, but then I was like, no, you have to have this character, this superhero without a cape out there as an example for your children, and it's gonna be worth missing those bedtimes so that they can reference her. Like our parents referenced, like, Mary Tyler Moore was a working woman. Like, those are important. You can't picture yourself doing it until you see it happening. And I'm so grateful to our writing team to write a woman like this. What was the second half of that question? Oh, yes. Being a mother has changed the way I view characters. I'm a little bit more sympathetic to all my characters, and I'm like, get out of your head of being their mom and be the character. But what was really great is the last frame of this pilot, you'll see the influence that I was able to use as a mother, because Rob wrote this amazing character named Maddie, who is this young girl that Veronica takes under her wing a little bit, and I was able to sort of transfer all my emotions about wanting to keep my daughters safe to this new character.
When do you think you'll introduce to your daughters Veronica? When will they be old enough?
Ooh, they're gonna have to get through all of House of Lies first. Now it's 5 seasons, that's long. I don't know, I think like 13 is a good age.
Well, my daughter was born in season 1 of a show, and getting prepared to write this, I sat down and binged it with my 13-year-old daughter, which was amazing. Although she kept saying, "Oh my God, Dad, these things that come out of Keith's mouth, you say them to me. I can't handle this." But it was great. It felt like I had written this show for my 13-year-old daughter. It felt really good.
Yeah, 13 seems like a good age.
Although the season 4 is pretty racy. I don't.
Season 4 might be 15.
Yeah.
The internet exists. 13 is fine.
Next question.
Yes, my name is Liz, and my question is for Rob, but kind of for everyone. I'm curious if there are going to be any other returning cast members that we didn't see in the pilot and don't see up on the panel with there, like maybe Piz?
Piz is not in this, but you do see a number of fun people from our past, and I'll name a couple, but please help me out. Well, Max Greenfield, Ryan Devlin, who played serial rapist Mercer Hayes, and James Jordan, who you might remember as both Tim Foyle and the janitor from. Yeah, Adam Rose makes an appearance in it.
Ken Marino.
Ken Marino is in it. Darren Norris, of course. Cliff McCormick is in it. Oh, look, you just saw him in this one.
All right, I think that's good.
If you really want to see the actor that plays Piz, he's on the season finale of iZombie, so like the other show.
Oh, and Patrick Wolf. Julie Gonzalo. Also.
We have time for one more question. Make it super concise and quick.
Speaking of so my question is actually for Rob and Diane. Music was such a big deal with the original season and shining spotlight on different bands. I was wondering how music was going to be used in the new series, and if you have any comments on what you think the characters would be jamming to now.
Oh, that is so hard. Diane, you've got that one.
Here's why he's saying that, because Rob will not let me near music. Like, I have my musical taste is so probably bad that Rob, and he's a musician and he's great at music, so if there's any musical questions, he pushes me out of the room.
I know that we got a couple really kick-ass Billie Eilish songs. We got Chrissy Hine to do the remake of our theme song, which was amazing. Only my favorite rock star ever, the greatest female rock star in my lifetime. She also, strangely enough, did the theme song for my 1999 show Cupid. For anyone who wanted that trivia. I'm going blank on what we used, song by song what we used. Sorry.
But the music's great.
Oh, but it is terrific. That I'll promise.
Kristen, before we go, I just wanted to personally wish you a happy birthday. Did you get everything you wanted?
I had a really good day yesterday, and I love my birthday, you guys. I tell people it's my birthday like a month in advance. I am not shy about it, because I really like being alive, and I like celebrating that. Yeah, I worked on The Good Place yesterday, had a really good day. But I think, you know, what I want for my birthday is for you to see and enjoy this show. I'm so excited for you guys to see these 8 episodes. That's what I want. I didn't get that yet.
It's kind of ridiculous that people have to wait another week for it, don't you agree?
I agree.
I mean, there's got to be something you...
I do have their ear right now.
KB, you are a pretty big boss. Why just call somebody?
Do they have a boss?
If I could describe you in one word, it is...
Hulu hasn't... Truth, Hulu has not gotten me a birthday gift yet.
Kristen?
Are there executives here? Can we just put it on right now? That's what I want for my birthday.
No way, that's not what I'm doing.
I want it on the internet right now for my birthday, Hulu.
You want it? They want it?
Do you have Hulu out there? I have confirmation that Hulu just launched all 8 episodes of